What's going on, everyone? We are back. Welcome to Derry, episode 6. In the name of the Father, plagued by increasingly dark visions, Dick learns that Black Spot is integral to Charlotte's plan. Meanwhile, Will faces his parents' disapproval. Mara stands up to the patty cakes. I forgot about that. And Lily's mental state worsens. Lamont, what did you think about this episode? Full spoilers ahead.
Best episode of the season so far. My favorite.
What? Wow. Are you trolling? Or are you for real?
No, I'm dead serious. Everything
Interesting.
culminated for me. A lot of the things they've been leading up to culminated. A lot of the trailer breakdowns I've been doing, where I made predictions as someone who hasn't seen the books and the movies. A lot of it came true. So this was my favorite episode so far.
Well, hey, man, if you break it down like that, I'm not mad at you. I hated the ending of this episode. I liked the episode up until the ending. That was some of the stupidest stuff I've ever seen in my entire life. I'm like, do y'all want to get caught? Do you want to die? What are you thinking? This is insane. You have the most wanted man in the town, in the country, hiding out in a good hiding spot. But hey, let's make it worse and have a freaking party club right outside the door, drawing attention. I mean, you know, these white people don't like us no way. They don't like us having fun. They want us to be miserable and downtrodden all the time. So, I mean, we can have two pieces of bread, a shoestring, and a penny, and having a good time with that. They're going to get jealous. And y'all want to have this man here that is perceived to have eaten children alive and dismembered their bodies. I mean, they have a right to be upset. They are racist, but at the same time, they have a right to be upset. I hate to admit that. Y'all want to do something like this? That is just insane. We can come back to that if you want to, but you're talking about these predictions. I think you may be dealing with how the episode started off 27 years ago in 1935. Poor Mabel was eaten to death. And we have Miss Miss Derry
Kersh.
here, Miss Kersh, who is not faithful to her husband, who's clapping them cheeks. You know, once you go black, you don't go back. She was also Lamont, since you haven't seen the movies, this character and the questions have been answered. She is Miss Kersh that was in It Chapter 2 that was talking to the other redhead lady. I always forget her name. It's either Bryce Dallas Howard or it's Bryce Dallas Howard and this other woman that I always get confused. What the name? You know, they two white actresses that look the same because she said a line in the movies is like, you know, no one really dies in Derry or something like that. Said the same thing here. But we can come back to that if you want to, because that did not reveal itself until the very end. But something that is again fascinating to me is the power that Pennywise has. How do you make somebody else's environment black and white and then make them only see red balloons? Like, that's crazy. Last episode, he had Hollerin disappearing in his own mind. You know, he goes down into the water, doesn't come back up. Um, and now he's making everybody see black and white. What did you think about that?
I loved every minute of it. And I kind of wondered, was most of that done via Pennywise, or was that done to kind of show the audience, what TVs were like back in those days, in the late days? And I think it could have been a merging of both to have it where it feels like you're in a daydream or a dream, and also to kind of show people this was the late 30s and things were, if you looked at TV, things was black and white, but the only thing that was red that stood out was his crazy ass balloon, his calling card, his signature. I liked it, and a lot of the questions I had about Mrs. Kersh have been answered. She is not a good character. You on
I'm
mute, my brother?
muted.
Oh,
My
okay.
bad. We're gonna come back to that. But what did you think, man? So at the end of last episode, Leroy killed his friend Polly, almost killed his son Will. And after the
Mhm.
intro song, you know, they're getting to it, man. He tells Charlotte, be quiet, woman. You was not there. You do not understand. This was real. It wasn't just some imagination. He was in my head. It made me do this and it made me do that. And we were like, I know what's going on. I got the answers. I got the problems. Daddy, don't you taught me not to be a coward. Shut up, boy. Smacked him in the head, knocked him on the ground. Daddy. Charlotte like, Leroy, no. I mean, what's going on? I mean, this sucks. This really sucks. Everybody's right, everybody's wrong, Lamar. Whose side you on? You on Team Leroy, Team Charlotte, Team Will, Team It, Team Family? What team are you on in this scenario, man?
I'm on Team Family, and I'm gonna say this, man. Like back during that era, spankings and whippings was highly accepted. Um, I think it's the behavior of a Neanderthal,
Mm,
and you don't hit somebody to get them to learn. And in that moment, Leroy was acting like a Neanderthal. Um,
mm,
I can I can understand maybe popping a child on a hand if they're sticking their hand in the electrical socket or something like that, but not no straight pimp slapping. That's Neanderthal acting behavior, and I don't give a damn what y'all say about. Well, Lamar, you got whippings and you turned out right. That don't matter when you know better through science. You do better. You don't stick to your own damn bias. And I like how Will did stand up to Daddy because oftentimes as parents we get in this state where do as I say, not as I do. And as a parent, you need to be modeling what you want your child to do. And he's been a model of being a good parent. And when the child calls you out sometimes, Avery, it hurts. I'm a parent, and I can tell you when a child calls you out on something you've taught them is wrong or something you taught them as a principle and you're not doing it, it almost do make you want to pimp slap them. But Daddy was wrong to hit his son. Will was right to stand up. And Charlotte, I just think she was just so confused. She didn't know what to do other than to try to console both of them. And that was crazy. I think they did a good job on the way they spun that whole story.
Is there ever a situation where is it okay for a parent to open hand slap their child?
No. I mean, is there ever a situation where it's okay for another adult to open hand slap another adult unless you're in the boxing ring, UFC or WWE?
Um, I want to say yes, but it's not many. I've never hit anybody before, and I don't plan on it. There's a movie called Lakeview Terrace
Mm,
with
like it.
Samuel Jackson. He open hand slapped his daughter at the
Mhm.
pool outside. Do you remember that scene?
I do remember that scene.
I'm assuming that's not justified to you. I'm not saying that it is, but when I watched that scene, I was like, damn, I do get what he's saying. What if you're trying to discipline your child? They hella disrespectful. Go clean they got F's on their report card. You know, you walk in on them having sex when they're 12 years old. Go clean your room. Shut up, daddy. I don't want to clean my bitch ass room and slam the door. Any of those scenarios are a combination of the three. That's highly disrespectful. Don't be having sex in my house. This is my house. I can have sex whenever I want to, and you gonna buy the condoms.
No, none of that is still a situation to put your hands on your child. We are adults. We got better ways. We have better science. We are smarter than this. We don't stoop to the level of child Neanderthal behavior to discipline the child. No, there's better ways to do that. You can put the child out. You can take away everything the child loves. You can put the child in a group
Oh,
school. There are several ways to get around that without you having to put your hands on the child. No.
I'm being funny, but I'm being serious on it. I want to know from the parents, man, especially the fathers. If your daughter disrespects you, and she having sex in your house, and you say no, 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 and they're like, no, I'm gonna have sex in your house, and you gonna buy the condoms. I'm
What's
just
gonna happen is the father gonna come home, he gonna catch the boy and take it out on the boy because it's showing up a
I'm
lot easier for a man to hit the boy than it is to hit the girl.
let me be more mature than what I'm being right now. In the synopsis of this episode, Lily is going through it. It says that her mental state is worsening, man. So is
Yeah.
this little shard that she found with the hieroglyphs? Um, is that making her cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs? Or what's going on, man? She don't want nobody to hold it, man. Why don't she want nobody to hold it? And Will got all the answers. He can read the stuff too. What's going on with
Yeah.
Lily, man? Why she bite everybody head off?
Because I call her lunatic Lily for a reason. She's nutty. She's as nutty as a bat without wings, and she don't know what to do. And she's clinging to this shard because she saw what it did, and she's thinking that this thing is going to be able to protect her eternally from it. But she doesn't know that it's going to take more than that shard to deal with it. It is a powerful entity, and I can understand why she's clinging to it, but these friends have trusted you. You got these friends to get you to, you got these friends to go to a graveyard.
Man,
You got these friends to go into a sewer with you, and you can't even let them touch the damn shard.
yeah,
I would have snatched it out of her hand, Bavery. I would have. I was like, what?
yeah.
No, I'll snatch the thing right out of her hand. And I'm Team Veronica, even though they tried to make it seem like Veronica was being a little too stubborn. I am
Ronnie,
all
Ronnie,
team.
Ronnie,
Yeah,
Ronnie.
yeah, Ronnie.
Is that the same name? Veronica and Ronnie? Sorry, I
Yeah,
forget.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
my fault.
I'm Team Veronica all the way when it came to her and Lily in that situation, because Lily is not being right. First of all, you can't touch the weapon. That's crazy. Then she wants our asses to go back down there, but she
Uh,
don't want to let y'all touch the weapon. What
yeah,
that look like? Okay, so no, I'm team Ronnie, and I'm team Will for going after Ronnie and making nice with Ronnie, but still trying to consider the group. Will's my guy.
yeah. Um, do was the clown or the spirit entity, was that really possessing them, making them argue and bicker back and forth, or is that just them being them? I'm just curious because
Um,
Rich was like, guys, this is what it wants. It wants to tear us apart. Band together, we're a team.
well, I think Rich is actually right. That's what he wants, but I don't think it was acting in that moment. I
Yeah,
think it would love to see them torn apart because divide and conquer, and
right.
you can scare them a lot easier one on one than you can together. And so I don't think in that moment he was influencing them, but I do think that he would love to see them split up.
Right on. Our boy Hollerin can't get a break, man. You know, got getting his mind hacked in the sewers, disappearing in his own mind. We find out a little bit later that he was down there for hours. Comes out seeing dead people like this is the sixth sense. Goes back to the crib, just wants a bottle of alcohol. Where's the drink? Come on. I need a fix. He thinking that the freaking refrigerator is leaking. Gets his alcohol. Ooh, but then finds out that Papa Bear is in the back with his feet kicked up. And I love his reaction to this, bro. Like, oh Lord, I don't need this. They having a father-son moment. Daddy, daughter, hold on. He like, oh my God, what is wrong with y'all? Can y'all run this by me? I would have been ticked off. Like, y'all can't communicate. Everybody finna get hung from trees. I understand, like, he don't want to just throw the man out. But he like, damn, really? It sucks. Charlotte coming there talking to, and I'm just screaming at the screen, bro. Like, will y'all shut the F up? Charlotte coming there with bright clothes on and pink and stuff. Can you not wear some brown and some green and some black? Blend in. I'm serious though. I may be seeming like I'm making a joke, but I'm being fair. They were just too loud for me. Y'all can quiet down a bit. Jesus Christ, shut up. Go hug each other in the back. Anyway, I love his reaction, man. She's like, thank you. He's like, man, leave me out of this. I don't blame him. Was Hollering too harsh, or were you feeling his position?
Um, I feel his position because his mind has been invaded. He's got this shining power. It knows it. Pennywise knows it. Pennywise done unlocked the box where he kept all these evil spirits and dead people locked up as taught by his grandmother. All that is out in his brain now, and the more he manipulates it, the worse it gets. And so I understand where he's coming from. He don't want no more stress on him.
Yeah.
And that's why he kept drinking the whole episode to try to numb himself. And he didn't want to bring on no more stress, even though Charlotte stepped to him correct and polite. If I was there with Mrs. Charlotte, her fine self, it'd be hard for me to tell her no. And I'm going to see if we can get the actress up here for an interview, by the way. But no, Hollerin is in his right. He's in his right way to kind of be like, nah, I don't need no more stress on me. I'm stressed enough by these white folks that want to go get this demon that's going to destroy everybody, and now by you people trying to get me to do things that's going to hurt me worse.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true. Got demons and they're chasing they're running from demons and white racist mobs. It does not get any worse than that. Jesus Christ. My goodness.
Mm.
But a little bit after that, man, Ronnie and Will are hugging and kissing in the street, or almost. Kind of laughed at that when Charlotte was like, "Hey, y'all think y'all grown? Get your butt over here." Yeah, that was interesting right there. But I'm kind of glad
Did
they
you
got.
notice the ice cream truck that passed through? That's eventually in the season from my trailer breakdown. They're all going to be jumping into that ice cream truck, teaming up.
Really okay.
Yep.
Interesting. Interesting. Y'all let us know what y'all think about that too. What's up with Rich and Mars though, man? They got a little friendship brewing in this episode too. They up her he cleaning the bandages, licking his spit on it and stuff like that. Talking about how cool her eye looks, lying his butt off, that's trying to get in nice with her. That was gross, man. That was nice. No, not nice. It was gross. But they're getting along, man, with the sunset going down. And also, right after that, he throwing his little plane in the sewer and it's floating down. And the patty case come through at lunchtime too. Like, hey, Marge, if I didn't know any better, I think you're trying to avoid us. And we are the cool kids. So you have a decision to make. You can either kick it with us, the patty cakes, or sit at this table full of losers. She looks at the patty cakes. She looks at Rich. She looks at Rich. She looks at the patty cakes. Then she looks at the weirdos. And she made a decision. Lamont, how did you feel about her decision? And how do you feel about Marge and Rich?
This is the redeeming art for Marge. So I was completely happy she did that. I love her turning down the patty case and sticking with the Losers Club. Y'all know I love me some good nerd girls anyway. If I want to geek out, I want the girl to geek out with me. And that's what Rich showed her he wants to do. He wants to geek out with her. And she chose the right team. And through our fair audience, I learned a whole lot about Marge and where she's going to go later on in this story. And I think that Rich basically licking his fingers to take the bandages off, and her saying "eel" was kind of his way of saying, "Look, I accept this anomaly you have on your face, and I really do think he likes it." Behavior. I don't think that was cap, as y'all young folks say. I think he really meant it, and he was there for her. And once he showed her that, I think that's what won her over. So I enjoyed it.
Yeah, it was cool, man. Cause Marge was a SOB. Um,
Hmm.
oh yeah, your people under the bus like that, just for some form of validation. But I'm glad that she picked the losers club, as you said as well. She does need to keep the bandage on. One, because I don't want her to get an infection, and two, it is gross looking at. Rich gave her an eye patch. Let's keep that bandage on. Let that scar over, and you use the patch. But we gotta keep that covered up. Get some Neosporin, some peroxide, and a bunch of ice, some Vaseline, and make a little paste out of it. I don't know, but that was nasty as hell. I did not like that. Once again, Hollerin cannot get a break. Things are not working out for him at his clubhouse. So he's like, you know what? Let me go on base and let me just go in my room and just chill in the corner beside the bed. But Hollerin wants to come in there and ran on his parade, man. Hey, man, what happened? Okay, let me know. Where you been? You was gone for hours. Starts breaking down the shining powers that he has about the box. And he just don't give a damn no more. I'm tired. Everybody leave me the F alone. Okay. And he screams at his superior. Hey man, you can't talk to me like that. I'm your superior. I don't give a get out, get out. Lamont, I ain't laughed that hard in a while. I mean, he truly didn't give a damn. I mean, he just didn't. It didn't matter what happened to him. He did not care. I got demons running through my mind. I'm disappearing for hours. What you don't say to me? You team Hollerin or you team Leroy? where you at, man? Where you at?
I'm team both of them, but if I had to be forced to pick one, I'm team Hollerin, because even though that is his superior officer, Leroy is being selfish because he wants to figure out the things that have impacted his life. He shot his friend, he almost killed his son. So if Leroy is experiencing that much pain and trauma from just what happened in the sewer, imagine how much pain and trauma Hollerin is facing when he's had to live with this his whole life.
Right.
And living with this has gotten more intense over the last 24 hours. So no,
Yeah.
I'm team Hollerin. I'm exactly, and you know what? Court martial my ass. Get me the hell away from here. You can do whatever you can say. You can call me a bootlicker. You can call me what. Get me away from here. And then Leroy had the nerve to ask Hollerin to do something that could make the situation worse after Hollerin explain it to him. So no, bye, court martial me. I'm gone.
I called him a bootlick. Uh, I mean, I ain't mad at Leroy either. Handling. I ain't mad at him either. He did shoot his friend.
Yeah.
He almost shot his son. All of this does sound cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs, but he's seeing all the delusions too. And bird's eye view, different perspective. He is being selfish, and Hollering does have it 10 times worse. But that was crazy. What I also like though is Leroy's response to the outburst. He was like, "Okay, are you going to do what you were sworn to do, or leave her in handcuffs? Get some rest." Because it was nothing else that he could say that was going to convince him. There's no reason to go back and forth and be combative. He was trying to be understanding, like, okay, maybe you're all right. I maybe crossed the line. I'm still in your superior officer, so I'm gonna let you make it. Okay, I'm gonna let you take a nap, and we can come back to this. So that was cool right there. It was no. He lost that battle. He lost, even though he was a superior officer. He lost the battle. He realized his losses. So okay, I'm gonna take my losses and come back. So that's cool. I also think that there was some camaraderie there between black men as well. Like, all right, man, I hear you, bro. I know we both trying to do our thing here. So that's cool, man. But that was very amusing to me just to see Hollering just like that and just not give a crap at all. Um, is Charlotte right for moving out?
Yeah.
Yeah.
100%. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, look, she's got a child to raise. You can only control what you can control. She can't control her husband. She's tired of her husband walking in the room talking about I'm doing this for my country, and she's kind of like, well, what about
Yeah.
the family? You know, family over country, and you keep right on want to do something for the country. Now you want to do something crazy for the country. So no, I'm with Team Charlotte on that one. Get me and my boy up out of here. They already know that the thing can't leave Derry. I'm going. I'd be going too.
Yeah, she said something like, "You led us into a cuckoo's nest" or something. I forgot exactly what she said, and he was like, "I didn't know, I didn't know." Well, now you know, and knowing is half the battle.
Half the battle.
G.I. Joe. I
G.I. Joe.
couldn't help it. The fact that you like, I've been saying that for 10 years. No, nobody ever get it. But anyway, I'm sorry about that. Let us know in the comments if you know what I'm talking about. Yeah, man, she was out of there. She's like, "I'm gone. I'm Splitsville." And Lily, again, she's tripping in the classroom. She's supposed to be opening her book to page 62, but it's the Mr. Pickle face daddy, and she got the shard and stuff like that. She like, F this class, man. You feel sorry for Lily, or you like, oh, that's what you get.
I'm done with Lily.
Oh
I'm
my god.
done with Lily. I'm done with lunatic Lily. I'm done because she's trying to hoard that shard. I like that just was it for me. Um, First of all, Lily, why are you in school anyway? After the trauma you just went through, why are you in school? That's number one. Then number two, I'm surprised the teacher didn't want to know what that shard was. I was thinking maybe the teacher was going to take it and Lily was going to flip out. That would have been something I would have wrote in the scene. Teacher tried to take the shard, Lily goes nuts. So no, I'm done with Lily. I want Lily to get a little bit of consequence, and I want to shout out all those child actors, especially Lily, because Lily, you are killing it. Actor who's performing Lily and the other child actors, y'all are doing a great job too.
This is true. These are facts. They are doing a good job. They are doing a great job, actually. Even here, man. Lamont, have you ever been betrayed before? Somebody that you trust and love or
Yeah,
care about? Thought that, it hurts, bro.
yeah.
It really hurts, man. This whole season, man, Lily has been confiding in Miss Kersh,
Mm,
thinking that she was the woman that could understand all her problems. Like the whole town thinks I'm nuts, but you believe me. You don't judge me. You make me comfortable. I feel like I have a safe space here. So she goes up to the house and her nightmares come true. She realizes that not only can she not trust Miss Kersh, but she's dang near a branch, a lifeline, a pathway to re-emerging Pennywise himself. She is the daughter of the man that Pennywise, the clown, this demon took his identity from. I mean, and the fact that you find out that she was playing dress up this whole time and following them around, and that's a little stretch for me as well. Part of me think that it was actually the clown or the demon spirit himself and not Miss Kersh in the costume. But of course, we do remember in episode 3 when not only when they went back to 1935, when they went back to what 1902 or 1908. What's 27 years? 1935 minus 27. No, that's 24. Hold on, let me do my calculator. 1935 minus 27. 1908. You know, and when we saw Frances as a child, she was a little girl then, you know, with her daddy. But Pennywise the clown at the circus, and we got this reveal right here. It's also ties back into the opening scene where Mabel led the lady down there. Mabel was eating, and it was able to take the form of her daddy and get her to convert over to the dark side. And for 27 years, she's been waiting on the opportunity for him to pop back up. Like, what's going on, man? This will send you off the roof head first with your hands tied behind your back. What are your thoughts?
For those that follow the trailer breakdown, I call this. I said I think that Mr. Kersh made a pact with Pennywise to never kill his daughter and to always be able to show the daughter his likeness anytime she comes up, as long as she does what he needs her to do. And this is what she did. Because you notice when that child got eaten, she was sad, but daddy, Pennywise took daddy's form. That door was open. And here we are 27 years later. Mrs. Kersh is still here. He didn't kill her. So what is frustrating about this is we now know that Mrs. Kersh was Periwinkle, and Periwinkle is helping to scope out kids to give to Pennywise. What? Just so she can see her daddy. And she had the unmitigated gall to tell Lily, wouldn't you do anything to see your father again?
No.
Lily's like, my father's dead. And you got to understand. And I've liked Lily for slicing her arm up with the shard and getting out of there. But we know that that woman is going to stop at nothing to see her daddy again.
Yeah, man. I wonder how big of a role she's gonna have in the last episode where it's the massacre. Because you know, at the end of the cycle, it's just a bloodbath, and you know that was foreshadowed in the opening credits. So it's gonna be very, very ugly. So y'all let us know what y'all think about that. Were y'all able to predict that Miss Kersh is also kind of the devil herself, or did you have no idea? You know, let us know in the comment section. Um, so the police is fired.
Mhm.
He can't even give Ronnie's dad a parking ticket. So he goes down to the local bar, lets them know, like, hey, why are you telling us? Well, we can't do nothing officially, but if we want to be some cowards and put on some masks, you know, I got a tip. So we're gonna go over here. But how did he get the tip, Lamont?
Miss Kersh,
Miss Kersh. I don't think it was Miss Kersh. I think it was somebody else, just some other random person Karen that wasn't minding her own business. Hey, there's some blackies over here that are partying. And I think y'all should go check them out.
how
Not
would
only
they
that,
know
man,
specifically that Ronnie's daddy is there?
I don't think they did. I just think that was like, hey, y'all done checked everywhere else. Let's go check here. And it doesn't help that they having a party over here, some little shindig. But what just stupid to me, I don't get it, man. Like, okay, just the black man just like, hey, Sticks, you want to play drummer? I was over here is incapacitated. He's drunk, passed out. And Rich going over there and he's an expert in drumming, and this is Showbiz Pizza. Like, what's going on? This whole thing that was dumb. I don't get it. Make it make sense, Lamont. Why I thought it was a dream sequence at first. Like, okay, Rich is just playing drums now and they partying like it's 1999. Help me out. My
Well,
head
this was basically the boom boom room for the black people, because this is no different from any other city during that era where the white people ran out the black people and the black people would find a city, turn it into something good. I'm talking Tulsa, I'm talking Wilmington, North Carolina, and then the white folks want to come along, burn the shit down to the ground because black folks was able to utilize it and make it fun. Well, this is their boom boom room, basically in the military, where they gave them.
Well, of
So they're
course.
having fun. They're having fun in the boom boom room. And what they did here was show how inclusion can enhance a situation. So you've got this young man who didn't want to leave the party. You notice how he was kissing black women that was posted on the wall and stuff like that. He enjoys being around people of opposite color. So they showed culture. They showed how cultured Rich was, and Rich was able to get Marge to stay there because she likes him so much. And they had a good time. You had black people, young white people, all coming together to have a good time around music and dancing. And it was funny to me when Mars saw them basically having sex on the floor, but it was supposed to be dancing. They was like, what is that? It was dancing. And so I just thought this was a culmination of what happens when music can bring people together from all races and we can all be at harmony.
I mean, if you're gonna wrap it up like that, I mean, damn, sure. But I still think it was kind of stupid, given the circumstance. I mean, everything you said makes sense, but just the execution could have been a little bit better. Just having the Rich randomly, hey, let's go over here and play the. I don't know. I would have rather him seeing somebody else play drums. He was inspired, and then went over there and was like, okay, hey, let me try, and then kind of caught on quickly or something. It was just kind of honky door to me.
Well,
But
he had drumsticks in his back pocket, so obviously he know how to play.
it just. Oh, okay. He got drumsticks in his back. Let me go ask him. It just seemed a little
Yeah.
too coincidental to me. But y'all let me know if you disagree. I'm not mad at you for feeling the way you feel. I did laugh when it was like, "What are you doing?" When it seemed like they was having sex on the dance floor. It was a cliffhanger though, bro. You got this white mob outside with these shotguns, man.
Oh,
Um, it's not gonna end pretty, bro. It's not. I mean, this is gonna be ugly, bro. Next episode. How they
yeah.
gonna get out of this, Lamont? How they gonna get out? What's gonna happen?
The only way they getting out of this is gonna have to do. Hollerin is gonna have to use his powers to help get them out of there. Some of them are gonna die.
Yeah.
I'm hoping Veronica's dad don't die because I enjoyed the scene where he basically told Will, if something happens to me, I'm glad I met a man that can take care of my daughter, which to me is just basically saying I'm out of here. And so we'll see, but um, Pennywise is going to pop up. Hollerin is probably going to be able to save as many as he can using his powers, and it's going to be a bloodbath. This is the modern KKK, and I get that they feel like they're doing a cause to save the children. But oftentimes, as we still see in today's society, they rally around a cause, but they never rally around what is a real good cause, which is protecting everybody. And if you wasn't such pussies, why are you putting the mask on? Just go in there.
Yeah.
Just go in there. Don't put on a hood. You so tough. Just go right on in there without your mask on. Say you making a citizen's arrest and do what you got to do.
Yeah, be straight up about it. Not a coward. Not a coward. We don't like cowards over here at all. Lamont, are those your final thoughts, sir?
That's it. Can't wait
Well,
the next episode. I did not like how they ended us on that huge cliffhanger. For me, that was too big of a cliffhanger. But
yeah,
I
man.
digress.
Yes, got me curious over here. But ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, that is gonna wrap it up for our It's Welcome to Derry, episode 6, in the name of the Father. We'll be back same time, same place for the episode 7, the black spot. If you're watching this on my channel, please please subscribe to Lamont's channel. And if you watch this on Lamont's channel, please subscribe to my channel. We both would really appreciate it. Links are in the description box below. And we're also covering Bel Air as well, season 3, or no, season 4. But until next time, guys, we want to thank you so much. I'm Bavery. That's Lamont, and that's just our opinion. Peace out, and we'll see you next time.